Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I am Ivo and I talk about real estate in Bali. Today I want to tell you about something really important that just happened here. Have you heard of a PARQ Ubud? It was a big fancy project that looked really amazing. But guess what guys? It got shut down because it didn't have the right permits. That's like building a house without permission. It's a big problem here in Bali. This is why it's so important to check everything before you invest in Bali real estate. In this video, I will explain what went wrong with PARQ Ubud and how you can avoid making same mistakes if you are thinking about buying property here. Bali is full of amazing opportunities, but there are also risks that many people don't know about. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss more tips about investing in Bali. Also, I have made a free guide with lots of useful information about buying a property here. It's totally free. You can grab it by clicking the link in the description. And also you can follow me on social media for daily tips and advice. So let's get started. Okay, let's talk about the risks of investing in Bali. Buying property here is super exciting, but you need to be very careful. Did you know that about 90% of projects in Bali have some kind of problem? It could be unclear land ownership, missing permits, or poor construction. If you don't check everything, you could end up with property that causes you more trouble than it's worth. Now, let's look at what happened with PARQ Ubud. This is a big, beautiful project that a lot of people invested in. But recently, the government shut it down because they didn't have the right paperwork to build. Can you imagine, guys, spending your money on something and then it gets closed down? That's why it's so important to do your homework before invest. This wasn't just a small mistake. PARQ Ubud is a perfect example of what can go wrong if you don't check everything first. Sadly, problems like this are pretty common in Bali. Guys, let me tell you, if you're thinking about investing in Bali, ask yourself, are you taking it seriously or just hoping everything works out? In Bali's fast-growing market, it's easy to get excited and rush into the things. But if you don't take the time to check all the details, you might end up with big problems. Here is what you need to check before buying a property in Bali. Land ownership. First, make sure the land rights are clear. Bali has a special rules, especially for foreigners. You don't want to find out later that your property has legal issues. Second, permits. Always ask to see the permits before you buy. Many developers here start building without them, and fixing that on a later stage is really hard. It's easy, just ask to see the papers. Number 3 is the construction quality. This one's super important, guys. Some places look great in pictures but aren't built to last. Bali's weather is tough on buildings, lots of rain, heat and salty air. If the property is built with cheap materials or bad foundations, you will end up with cracks, leaks and maybe even mold. Now, here's the good news. If you know what to check, you can avoid these problems and make a smart, profitable investment. That's why I created a free guide called What They Don't Want to Tell You About Bali Real Estate. This guide explains everything you need to know, what to check, what to ask, and how to avoid common mistakes. And it's totally free. You can get it, of course, for free by clicking the link on the description or the one that's written down here. It's packed with helpful tips that most developers won't even bother telling you because honestly, many of them just want to sell as fast as they can for quick cash. Okay, now let me tell you a little about my own journey. Like a lot of people, I came to Bali because I saw big opportunities and wanted to build something amazing. I was super excited at first, but it didn't take long to see that things weren't as easy as they looked. I saw other investors rushing in and getting stuck with big problems, unfinished projects, hidden legal issues, and huge repair costs. I even faced some challenges myself. It was a hard lesson, but it taught me how important it is to check everything very carefully before you invest. That's why I'm here sharing what I have learned so you don't have to go through the same challenges I did, guys. So here is what I've learned. If you want to invest in Bali, make sure your property has 3 key elements: a clear legal foundation, a good construction, and a long-term potential. That's the best way to set yourself up for success. Bali is an amazing place, but you've got to treat your investment very seriously, guys. If you do, you'll end up with something you can be proud of, and that makes you money too. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to grab my free copy of the guide that will teach you everything you need to know. And if you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button and follow me on social media for more tips. Let's make sure your investment in Bali is built to last. See you in the next video.